Hey everyone, and welcome to another video. So today we're checking out the new SuperBOX S6 Max that's been sent out to me. I've had this for a little while, but I've still not had a chance to actually get this unboxed and tested. So the first thing we're going to do is just take a look at the actual packaging, and we'll do a quick unboxing to take a look at what you actually get in the package itself. So opening up the box, you do get greeted with the SuperBOX itself first. We'll put that aside for a second. What else do you get in the box? So you get the 2-pin power cord. I'm not sure whether there is an option where you can get the 3-pin UK plug or any other type of plug. If you contact them and tell them the region, then it may be possible. Because these are review units, these are just sent out directly to me as soon as the sort of manufacturing process and everything is done. So I would contact SuperBOX and just find out what is available for you if this isn't suitable. Alongside that, you do also get a basic HDMI cable, and then you get the same remote that we've had on the previous generation as well. Model number is still RC200. And then the final thing is just the actual user manual itself. Taking a look at the box. So this looks similar to the previous generation in terms of fit and finish. You do have the metallic blue color. You have the chamfered edge, which once again, it's not perfect on all of these models. I've always found that this edge, whenever it arrives slightly scuffed up. So whatever sort of machining process they've got is not quite perfect. On the left hand side, you have some venting. On the right hand side of the box, you have your ports. So you have your memory card slot, you have a USB 3.0, USB 2.0, and then a restore button. On the back, you have the antennas, which I do not believe are removable. Taking a look at the ports themselves. So you have your power in DC, you have your infrared, your AV in, you have your HDMI port, you have your Ethernet port, and then you have your optical. On the bottom, you just have some additional venting. On the front of the box, I believe these normally do, I believe there is a little plastic wrap on top of that, but you have your LED indicator, and then you also have your IR blaster built into here as well. A little bit of S6 Max branding just there, and I believe that is also another LED as well. So in terms of build, very similar to the previous generation. So we'll take a look at it booted up and let's see what's actually new and different. Okay, so taking a look at the actual software. So I did do a screen recording of when I first set this up. So setup wise, it's exactly the same as every previous SuperBOX. I skipped through the part of installing the main apps. So the main new aspect of this is time shift. That's the big new feature for the 6 series, so the S6 and S6 Max, S6 Ultra, all of those kind of models, and that's designated by the little yellow icon that you can see on any of the channel listings. Effectively what this does is it gives you the ability to go back. I'm not 100% sure how far back it goes. I've tested it and it does seem to work on all of the channels, and the difference with this is you can actually scrub through the timeline rather than skipping back to, say, the start of a program. So if you just want to go back, I don't know, 5 minutes, then you can do that. And similarly, obviously, once you're in time shift, you can then skip forwards as well. Now, I'm not sure who requested this. This wouldn't be the top of my sort of wish list when it came to these kind of boxes. The main things I would have wanted from in terms of upgrades would be higher resolution channels, so actual 4K channels. A lot of these channels are still either SD resolution, so 540p or 720p, and for any of the sports channels I would have wanted them to be in a minimum of 50 and 60 FPS or frames per second rather than 25 and 30, which a lot of them still tend to be. That said, obviously this is what we've got. So in terms of testing the functionality of your main blue apps, everything seems to work perfectly fine. I can't show you a lot on YouTube, but you guys know what to expect from these kind of apps. Everything that I did test seemed to work perfectly fine on this particular box. In terms of speed, fluidity, everything like that, it's really no different to any of the previous models. I know the S6 Ultra model now comes with more internal storage. I'm not 100% sure if the RAM actually changed or not, but in terms of actual usage, there isn't really a lot of difference. In terms of your content, everything like that, that's obviously still designated through the blue apps. With these screen recordings, because they tend to have corruptions in the actual file, I do have to end up cutting them down quite short, and also because of YouTube sort of community rules as well. Generally, speaking, everything that I tested seemed to work perfectly fine. In terms of the remote works fine as it did previously, but it still has that same issue where you can connect it via Bluetooth and it will work perfectly fine, but it won't turn the box on once you've switched it off. So that is still done via infrared, so you still need to have a line of sight between the remote and the actual box itself. Not a lot else to say about this particular box. The main sort of features or changes that are listed for any of the SuperBOX S6 models, so be it the Max, the Ultra, or any other variants that they bring out, is the following. So they have parental control, which obviously allows you to lock programs. You have time shift, which I've already mentioned. You have non-copyrighted programs, so 724 is a sports moment, and this particular channel you can record and share without any issues with regards to copyright strikes or anything like that on YouTube. And they've slightly changed the actual UI design as well, changed a few of the icons. The main layout is still pretty much the same from what you remember from previous boxes. It's literally just the skin that they've got over the top that they've actually changed. If you do have any questions, drop them in the comment section below and I'll do my best to answer them. If you haven't already done so, please do subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future videos, and I really appreciate if you can also give this video a thumbs up as well. And until the next one, thanks very much for watching.